Oh, hello, it's me again, and as promised, I'm making a Sudanese recipe. I googled Sudanese recipes, and I think I found the easiest one. It's a lentil soup, and it's called adas in Sudan, which I only found out yesterday. It's actually split into two parts since 2011. Because I think there was a civil war raging for years, so the two countries split in half. South Sudan is to the south, obviously, and the northern part is called is it People's Republic? My note taking is awful. Yeah, the Republic of Sudan is the north of the country, and South Sudan, obviously, is the south of the country. And the recipe comes from a lady called Abang Anadi Otho. I don't know if I pronounced her name correctly, but she's a public educator, national refugee ambassador, an author and researcher. And her recipe I found on SBS, which is an Australian TV channel, and they've got a channel online. It's very good for unusual recipes as well, so check it out. Okay, this is easy. I've just memorised it because it's really easy. It doesn't mean just because it's easy, it doesn't mean it's going to be horrible. Alright? Sometimes the easiest meals are the best meals. Alright, I'm just going to heat some oil, about a tablespoon. Yeah, that's plenty. Oh, I haven't cut my onion up yet, so I'm going to just turn that off. I'm going to cut my onion up first. That heats up pretty quickly anyway. The onion was bigger, but the outer part, when I peeled it, it was too green for my liking. So I had to peel another layer of onion off, unfortunately. So it's quite a small onion. I'm just going to cut mine into rings, because I haven't got very good knives. Can you hear that? Oh, it's pressed. This is probably why I've got a bad arm. If you want to get a good knife, get a Japanese one, but they're so expensive. But it's worth it, because they last for years. And you can get a multi-purpose kitchen knife. Oh, that's a very good idea. Yeah, certain things I can't cut up, like pumpkin, anything hard, butternut squash, anything like that. I have to try, if I want to use those ingredients, I have to get them like frozen and already chopped up for me. It's not laziness, it's just I haven't got a decent knife. I've got a lot of knives, but they're rubbish. Salter. Don't ever buy knives from Salter. They're rubbish. They make good weighing scales. Yeah, they've been around a long time, making, first of all, kitchen weighing scales, and then they moved on to making weighing scales, you know, the ones where you weigh yourself. But their knives are atrocious. Look, got a whole load of them over there. I don't know what you can see at the moment, so I know you can see my face. Can you see the pan? I'll have to move it around a bit. Oh, there. Wait a minute, let me just adjust this. There, that's good. I'm getting the hang of this. Alright, just heat the oil up. Not on quite a high heat. I'm wondering if the onion's too big. It doesn't matter. I'll give it a good fry. It doesn't matter. Like them to go brown if possible. But maybe that would alter the taste of the soup. Or it might alter the colour. Might go a horrible brown colour, I don't know. I'm hoping it turns yellow. I don't like it when it's really red, the lentils. I've made lentil soup a lot in my life. One recipe my sister gave me, it was Middle Eastern lentil soup. Oh yeah, I must tell you a little bit about Sudanese cuisine. It's a mixture. The original people that live and still live in mainly South Sudan were Cushites. They were called Cushites in the Bible, and another name for them is Nubians, but obviously they're not called Nubians anymore. So their food is a combination of ancient and modern, Nubian, ancient Egyptian, modern Egyptian, Middle Eastern, and even Turkish. So it's got a lot of different influences in its cuisine. I didn't know anything about Sudan until recently. It's fascinating history, but tragic as well. Yeah, I like finding out about different countries. Oh, I'm getting too hot. I'm going to have a mixture of small bits of onion and larger bits, but it doesn't matter. It's surrounded by lots of countries. Let me just find it. Yeah, it's a country in northeast Africa. It is bordered with the Central African Republic to the southwest, Chad to the west. Actually, I better add the onions before this bursts into flame. Alright. Oh, it's not sizzling too loud. It's not sizzling too loudly. Oh, it's going into my eyes, the onion flavour. Yeah, it's bordered with the Central African Republic to the southwest, Chad to the west, Egypt to the north, Eritrea to the northeast, Ethiopia to the southeast, Libya to the northwest. Is that it? Well, that's enough, isn't it? That's a lot of countries. Yeah. I think I can put my notebook away now. Okay. It's browning up already. I can't believe it. I don't want them too brown though, because it'll make the sauce, it'll make the soup maybe not a very pleasant colour. Alright, she just said soften the onions. So I'm turning it right down. And I'm going to add the garlic. But because I don't like peeling garlic, sometimes it takes me ages. I thought I'd just use the frozen, and I really think it's a brilliant idea to get frozen. You'll find it in the Indian section of your local supermarket, in the big stores like Tesco's and Sainsbury's, and they come in cubes. That's equivalent to 1 clove of garlic, so I'm going to use 2. She did say 3, but I think 2's enough. I don't know why it's browning so much. This is a very good pan. Whenever you make soup, always make sure you you cook it in a really good non-stick pan. One that you know is reliable. I wouldn't use stainless steel. Just gonna have a sip of Coke. Now I thought I'd put a chilli in. It's not a dried chilli. It's not in the recipe, in her recipe, but I like a little bit of heat. I'm not going to cut it up, I'm just going to leave it whole, so it'll impart a little bit of heat. Just want that garlic to dissolve, not dissolve, just break up. Even if I turn off the cooker, turn it off at the knob, it's still hot. I wish you could smell it. It smells really nice. A lovely onion and garlic smell. It's looking good so far. I shouldn't brag because anyone can cook this meal. But I'm not gonna take any risks doing a cooking video because I might think of something really difficult, like oh, I don't know, something really fancy, like what you get in those really posh restaurants, and it's more like a piece of art than food. Yeah, that's sort of melted down. Just take it off the heat and add my spices. Half a teaspoon of ground cumin, or cumin. That's about a teaspoon. It's about half of that. You could be more generous if you wanted to be. Alright, and ground coriander, half a teaspoon. I'm not really mad on ground coriander, but because it's in the recipe, I thought, yeah, I'll use it. No, I think that's enough. It's got a powerful smell. Alright, next stage. It's off the heat, because if you've got it on the heat, the spices can burn. I'm going to add 2 cups of water. Or is it 3? No, I'm going to add 3 cups of water. But in her recipe, she uses 2 cups of water and 1 cup of chicken broth. But we can't buy that in the UK. I mean, you can make it yourself using a chicken carcass, but I'm too lazy to do that. So what I thought I'd do, I would do 3 of these cups, and I'll use 2. And I hope it's not going to be too salty. I'm going to use 2 stock pots. They're my favourite. I prefer them to the cubes. Right. You better be careful when it's filled to the brim. I'm just going to add all 3 straight away. You can always add more liquid if you think it's getting a bit dry looking. Okay. I just had a tiny bit extra because I didn't fill it right to the top. There. Oh. Alright, back on the heat. I think we'll bring it to the boil. and I'm going to add these stock pots. And because I'm adding 2, I'm not going to add any extra salt. Nice plopping noise when they come out. Yeah, I think these are a bit more expensive than the cubes, but it's got gelatine in, and that's really good for you apparently. It's meant to be good for you if you've got insomnia. Don't know whether I believe that though. There, plop. A loud one. Just bring it to the bottom. It's taking a while. Actually, I can put the lentils in. I just soak them for 30 minutes in water and then drain them. The recipe did say you can rinse them first, but I thought, what's the point? It's just like a packet of Tesco's lentils. It's not going to have bits of grit or anything in it. It's not like you're buying it from a market vendor, you know, loose. So I didn't rinse it, I just soaked it. I can't see any grit in it or anything. So in they go. They really swell up after 30 minutes of being in water. I think some people don't even do that, the soaking bit. I think they just add it straight out of the packet. I can't remember now. I know I used to make lentil soup in the past. It's quite a long time ago. Come on, I want every last lentil in my pot. It'd be sad if there's one left behind. It'll be lonely. The lonely lentil. Alright, come out. I was going to say, well, I'm so OCD, it's ridiculous. There, there's only about 5 left. I'm not going to worry about them. Just rinse that out. Washing up here. Alright then. Still hasn't been... Obviously if I put the lid on it would get to the boil quicker. So I think I'll do that. I'm going to actually add lemon at the end. Put them in the lemon in the bowls, and you can squish the lemon, and you get a really nice lemony flavour. Goes really well with lentils. But it's not in the recipe. But when I go to an Indian restaurant, they don't all sell it, but some of them do. It's dal soup, and I love that. I don't know what type of lentil it is though. I should really ask. And there might be red lentils, I don't know. But it's always just lentils, broth, probably onions, garlic, a few spices, and there's always a slice of lemon in it. And it's lovely just squishing it and getting that lemon flavour. So it's not in the recipe, but I'm using it. I hope she doesn't mind. So I'm just cutting up lemon in a few wedges. I might be greedy and have more than one lemon slice. I'm going to put these directly in my bin so the bin smells nice. Alright then. Oh, it's not the best looking lemon. These are unwaxed. Oh, going in my eyes. A lot of fibre in it. Don't want that. Don't want the pips. Oh, they're so slippery. Ah! Come on, you naughty pip. Yeah, you have to be careful what you buy these days. Yeah, a lot of the stuff hasn't got a best before date on it. That's just optional, really. Like my hands, a bit lemony. I think I'm doing everything right. I think I'm looking in the right camera, but it's still a novelty for me. I played about it with this morning and made a short video which I'm not going to publish, but I did well with the camera. Let's just see if what you're seeing. Yeah, you can see the saucepan, can't you? So that's good. Yeah, and I sort of got the hang of it from just mucking around with it. It's not on that stupid tripod. How stupid that was. Oh, it's frothing. Oh, I don't like that. Have I got a skimmer? I don't know. She didn't mention anything about skimming. Oh, maybe that's why I should have rinsed it first. Oh, I don't know. I have got a skimmer somewhere. I think. No, it'll probably go. Anyway, I'm going to bring it to the boil, then I'm going to turn it down, turn the heat down to sort of medium simmer for 20 minutes, and then it's more or less ready to eat. I'll just add some black pepper and some ground coriander. No, actually, it is bubbling. I'm turning it down now. Coriander leaf. This is almost identical to the fresh stuff, and you only need a little bit of it. Yeah, it's very similar, so I use that instead, because when you buy the coriander you might just need it for one meal. And so what do you do with the rest of it? I mean, you can wash it well and chop it up finely and put it in an ice cube tray with a bit of water, and when the coriander ice cubes have hardened, you can break them out of the ice cube tray and put them in a bag. I don't like faffing about anymore. I used to do things like that when I was younger. I used to dry herbs as well. I don't do things like that anymore. Yeah. I think even if it's on one, I told you this is a dodgy one, didn't I? It's bubbling away, in fact it's boiling. So I have to turn it between 1 and 0. That's it. I'll put the timer on about 20 minutes. I think she said 15 to 20 minutes, something like that. And now and again I'll just check it to see how it's doing. Yeah. So I'm gonna pause the video now, and I'll see you again very shortly. Oh, hello, it's me again. The soup's finished now. Can you see it? Very thick, look, it's more like porridge. You could, if you've got a hand blender, you could blend it, but I wouldn't blend it in a saucepan because you might ruin it. Blend it in a bowl, big bowl or something. But I don't mind it being this consistency. It's very thick. Yes, it's really nice. I've tasted it. So what I'm going to do, because I'm not going to dish it up yet, because I've got some naan breads over here that I'm going to cook. And they take about 4 minutes in the oven. And what I'll do is, when I dish up the soup, as you can see, I put a slice of lemon in each bowl. This is optional, it's not in the recipe, but I like lemon in lentil soup. I couldn't eat lentil soup with no lemon in, possible. That's why I don't like lentil soup with tomatoes, because it clashes with lemon. I don't think it goes well together, lemon and tomatoes, I'm not sure. Alright then, so before I go, I'm going to just put some black pepper in now, always at the end, don't know why. I like loads. Yeah, I had the lid on for most of the cooking time. It was like the last 10 minutes or 7 minutes or something, I took the lid off. If it's too thick for you, just add more water. But then it does get a bit bland. But I knew it was going to be a little bit bland, that's why I did the chilli, which hasn't split, but hopefully will have imparted some of its flavour. And the lemon as well. And I'm going to add this coriander leaf dried. About a teaspoon, I think. Yeah, smells nice. I hope that's not too much. It's too late now. Once it's in, you can't get it out. Give it a stir. Yeah, I can smell the coriander more since I put it in the hot soup. It really does smell nice now. Definitely got to use coriander, fresh or freeze dried or whatever. This is just normal dried. But in the past, that wouldn't have smelled like coriander. It would have just smelled of dust or something. There. Finito. Finito. Hope you enjoy it. Very easy to make. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong camera then. Very easy to make. I hope you enjoy it. And hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.